I'm going to go to Twitch and make sure that it's streaming.
Yes, they are a funny group.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're good. All right, what's going on, guys? It's the Dragoncraft Gaming. I'm Dragoncraft, and we're here to do some D&D Dragon Age style. So, we're gonna hurry with the introductions because today we're running a little bit late, but that's okay. So Crow, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character real quick.
Hello, I am Crow, also known as Ronin Crow on Twitch, and my character is Thevin. He is a Dalish elf rift mage.
All right, Eerie, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character real quick?
Howdy, everybody. I am Eerie Lightwalker. I predominantly do folk healing stuff on YouTube if you want to check that out. But here I am playing the character of Durin, an amnesiac paladin.
All right, Manta, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
I am playing Scree, the Dwarven Grey Warden Warlock.
All right,
With an attitude.
Shorty, why don't you introduce your character?
Well, I'm Shorty, and my character is Julie Kai, a mute Antivan Crow.
All right.
I'm a
Oh, go ahead.
Shoth, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kunari, Vishoth. Yeah.
Not in the queue, though.
Not
in the queue.
Not in the queue.
Yeah,
Exactly.
frick that thing.
All right,
Ugh.
Traver, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
Howdy, I'm Trevor, and I play a human named Rosencrantz, who the party has recently discovered as a blood mage sorcerer.
Indeed, indeed. All right, cool. All right, who wants to give the recap?
Well, I mean, last week we didn't actually
Too
do
much.
a super amount. We were exploring the deep roads. We finished off the deep stalkers that we were fighting. We leveled up, harvested some bits and bobs off of those. Durin had a panic attack, having witnessed blood magic for the first time in his current memory. Lots of confusion and suspicion as people are starting to uncover secrets about each other. We had our first training session with Andorol, and then there was Nugicide as Scree absolutely slaughtered a herd of them,
We
and
got
several
babies,
people
though.
named Baby Nugs. And
Yeah.
now we're in front of a giant metal door.
We ran.
Yeah.
Indeed, that indeed did happen. All right.
Yeah.
So, Eerie, you get yourself a D6 inspiration for the recap,
Woohoo!
which you can use at any time once throughout the session.
Yeah, and the rate we're going, it's probably going to be to stave off a panic attack.
Right. All right. So, you guys are in front of this large metal door. A large metal door stands majestically amidst these barren grounds, seemingly impassable. This door centers a lock in the middle of it. So, you guys are in front of this large metal door. What would you guys like to do?
Open the door.
Well, it is indeed locked as you try the door.
The deity's
Yeah.
players' most like horrible things like, oh, a door. Could be fireball.
Fireball will probably not
You can
open the
do
door.
that? I mean,
I have an
I
idea.
have a big metal thing I can hit it with, but I don't think that's going to do much good.
Is it like it has a lock, right?
Yes,
Oh, does
it
that have
indeed,
a lock?
indeed does
Oh.
have a lock.
Okay.
Okay, well,
let's ask Shahari if she can
Yeah.
open the door.
Aw.
Actually, let's ask Jaliakai first.
Yay!
Jaliakai is also a rogue. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
Well, my character,
One of his
yeah,
shady types. Maybe you
yes,
can open the door.
like still holding the little baby Nug, right? I'm like in like one arm. I'm like, I'm basically sign with one arm, a little clumsily with one arm because one hand. 'Cause be better with two, as I'm
Right.
learning sign language. Like I'll take care of it, and maybe like, and while he's maybe saying shady, she kind of maybe like this like a little like smile.
Haha.
Now how do I do the
It's sleight of hand.
use tool thing? Oh, okay. I should be good at that.
Should be.
Good DM. Does a 21 unlock this perilous door on our path?
Hey, this is
Yes,
language?
it does indeed.
Well, I kind of walk over there, maybe put the little nook down, and then I kind of just like squat and just put the tools in there, move around a little bit, maybe hear a click or something, and then I kind of like put my stuff back and pick up the nug.
So
put that back
you
in,
hear
awesome.
some clicks and shifting within behind the door, and gears and machinery behind the door, the enormous doors, as the doors open, allowing you into the room. After opening completely, the room is illuminated with an impressive, illuminating the room shows an impressive amount of dust just suspended in the air, accumulated throughout centuries.
Just like cough.
So as you look in the room was apparently used for some type of ceremony, and it has carpet leading to a pedestal in the middle.
Okay.
Do you recognize what kind of ceremony?
Actually, no. None of you would.
What about the one person who's lived for like 400 years?
Around the pedestal, you can see some other things. You see a bunch of goblets and a wooden barrel in the east of the room.
I guess we're just all right now just standing in the entrance to the door, just staring at all this, like.
That
So-
will walk.
And you also see a pair of blank scrolls with and ink on the west side of the room, and a stone coffin in the north.
You know,
So I'd like to use my channel divinity feature.
Okay.
It will let me know about any. I think what we had decided was that it's going to be undead spirit and spirits, but it also says that it will let me know of any places that have been consecrated or desecrated, as per the spells.
So in this room, nothing has been consecrated or desecrated. This does not feel like a holy type room, like a divine type room, worshiping any type of god or anything.
Okay.
it's like we don't even recognize any of the architecture or nothing.
No, I mean it's dwarven in nature for sure. You do know that much. Like, this was a room that was used by dwarves for some type of ceremony.
Or anything in the barrel?
Yes, inside of it, you can see that there is actually mead.
Does it taste good?
There's
There's goblets right there, right?
Yes. So yeah, it's not spoiled.
Odd.
Alright.
Oi, this meat's still good.
Question.
Yes.
Can Devin do a Arcana check to see what kind of like spell this could have been, or would this be investigation?
It's not magical. ceremony that took place here. It's more more of a
It's a dwarven coming of age ceremony room.
well, no, it's more of a ceremony for the dead.
Oh.
You
Why
said that
not?
there's a sarcophagus?
Yeah, there is a stone coffin in the north of the room.
Okay, so Durin's gonna go and look at that.
So on the stone coffin, there is an inscription on it that says, "Our secrets die with us."
Resonating.
I'm gonna say, guys,
Uh,
this
All
says our secrets die with us?
Oh,
Aye, that's usually how secrets go.
yeah, like a kind of nods.
I think that we stumbled upon something here.
Aye, a barrel of mead.
So, Scree, is this like a traditional thing that dwarves put on their resting places, or is this unusual?
As a surface dwarf, I don't know that I would know that for sure, but I would assume no.
like were you born on the surface?
Yeah.
Huh.
There.
I don't know. Can I make a history check for that?
Yes,
Yeah,
your
maybe your
parents,
parents
may
told you about
have,
it.
yeah, may have said something to you about it. If you want to give it a try.
That'll be a solid 7.
He slept during that lesson.
Yeah,
They
they
didn't
try to
fit.
explain a little bit to you, but you know, you the only thing that you can remember is that it has something to do with the Legion of the Dead.
Ooh. As a player, I vaguely remembered the Legion of the Dead, but I don't remember details.
Right. Well, with the 7, that's about all you get, or else I would
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
more.
I'm just talking out loud.
Um,
I don't rightly know. It sounds vaguely familiar. Something to do with the Legion of the Dead, I think. I don't know. Crack it open. See what's in there.
Before cracking it open, can I make a check seeing if the spirit tells me anything about it? Hearing the Legion of the Dead for the first time in my living memory?
Yeah, sure. I'll allow that. Maybe the spirit might have seen something or know something.
Would you want that to be history or religion?
This would be
Religion is way
history.
better for me. Okay.
This would be history. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a 5. I know nothing.
Yeah, you nothing comes to mind. Our resident
I'm
Grey
gonna look at
Warden might,
screen.
though.
But that's also Scree.
Yeah,
Unless it's we can ask Ganderall too. He's also a Grey Warden.
yeah, you can,
Yeah,
if you'd like.
yeah.
I was also gonna look at Scree and say, "You sure you want to desecrate this grave?"
Oh yeah, no. To be fair, it's been, like, the whole
Enderil
time.
says, he says, be respectful. For the Legion of the Dead have been around for centuries, and they are an army specifically for fighting Darkspawn within the Deep Roads to keep them away from our Orzammar. The Grey Wardens work with the Legion of the Dead quite often, especially when their calling comes around. So they usually will go join the Legion of the Dead to go fight the Darkspawn, essentially till the death.
So, hearing that, I'm not going to help in any way in breaking it open. I'm gonna look and see if there's any other inscriptions on it, though. Like, is there a name or any other identifying features I can find on it?
Right. Okay. There isn't anything else on the sarcophagus itself except the inscription, "Our secrets die with us."
Okay.
Actually,
Can I look at the scrolls?
they're blank. They're just blank
Oh,
scrolls
okay.
with ink nearby.
Only we had a wizard to put scrolls on them.
Say it again.
If only we had a wizard to write scrolls on them.
Ha.
Uh,
Spells on them.
So, all right. I would like all of you to roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
That'll be a natural 20.
Oh, good. Yeah, you would definitely see it then. Huh?
That is an 8 for Durin.
Oh, Durin? Yeah, you don't see it.
Working on it.
Shahari got 19.
Okay.
do I need to roll too?
Yes, everybody rolls a perception check. So Shahari would also see it.
22.
And
22.
Jaliakai would see it. Did everybody roll?
Rosencrantz got a 10.
Huh?
Rosencrantz got a 10.
Yeah,
perception
Rosencrantz
roll?
wouldn't see it either. So, all right. So the three of you that rolled Jaliakai, Shahari, and who else again?
Theven just rolled.
Oh, what did Theven get?
Theven got 16.
Okay, so Theven would also see it. Who else was it again?
Jaliakai,
22.
Shahari, and Theven.
Okay. You guys would see that there is on the pedestal, there is a seam. Barely noticeable if you hadn't been, looking around so intently. There's a seam there that shows a kind of compartment within the pedestal.
Open the damn thing.
Yeah, you try to get something in there in the seam to kind of open it, and
I get a wedge.
yeah, it can't.
Okay.
You can't open it.
Oh, lovely.
Pedestal made out of.
It is made out of a very sturdy stone.
I cast Mold Earth.
Interesting.
I just remove the panel.
All right.
Just crumble the panel into dust.
All right. As you start to cast the spell and attempt to mold earth on the panel itself to kind of open it, you start to hear a clicking sound.
Ah, shite.
What?
How much reaction time do we have before this trap goes off?
If you stop now, you could stop it from actually going off.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, so you
Wait.
stop the spell, and the trap does not go off.
The dying thing's trapped.
Jaliakai, do you mind?
I wouldn't.
Scree's gonna back away from the pedestal.
Yeah, I'll back away too. I'm like, or Magic
I
Boy,
meant-
look at it.
All the time.
I mean, Jaliakai could obviously disarm it if needed, but
Dude, fuck with the dead.
Oh yeah, no. If Jaliakai's disarming it, is why Scree is backing away. He doesn't want to stand next to it in case she fails.
I'm messing with it, probably not even realizing that Scree did any magic stuff.
All right, so
Just fiddling with everything.
roll a investigation check to kind of see how the trap itself works.
Please
I
be
help?
high. Please be high. At 9.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can't. You're having a hard time discerning how this works. The only thing you can kind of think of is that there seems to be steps to disarming a trap, but you don't know what the steps are.
can
Yeah, I would.
Theven make a investigation?
Sure, go ahead.
Might like help them out, like maybe give him a help action.
That is a 19.
All right, so you see that there are certain steps that are required to disarm the trap. You don't know what the steps are completely, but you do know that it has something to do with the cups and the book on the pedestal, and with the coffin itself.
Oh, frick. It's one of those old puzzle games.
I love puzzles.
Are the cups all the same size?
Yes.
Darn.
So much for the easy answer.
Can Thevin read the book?
Yes, as you look at the book, there is a list of names. And on the
Wait, I might
book,
look
it's
at
you see on the book, as you like kind of look like kind of close it just a little bit. Like, you don't close it completely. You keep your thumb in the space to keep it on the page that it was on. But you look at the cover, and it says memories. It says memories.
Mm.
You get the idea that these names in the book are names of the deceased.
Lovely.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know these? Do I read the names?
You get the idea. Like, you see the names, and then you see what they are. It says it'll say a name and say Legionnaire. It'll say that a few times, Legionnaire, and then you'll see Grey Warden. These are people that died in the fight against the Darkspawn in the Deep Roads.
You also said that there is a full barrel of alcohol, right?
Yeah, of mead.
It's one
And
of the
there's a bunch
cups?
of cups.
Yeah.
Are there the same number of cups as names in the book?
No. It looks to be there are several cups. It just kind of looks to be enough cups for whoever might be in here at the time of whatever ceremony was taking place.
Are there any holes or indents or grooves on top of the sarcophagus?
No, there
The
are
coffin?
not. But it seems that there's kind of a actually roll me another perception check.
Another natural 20.
Very nice. There seems to
Nice.
be a pattern. Like, if you look at the placement, it looks to be that the pedestal with the book on it is in the front, and then further back there's the cups with the barrel of mead, and then finally at the back where you guys are standing there's the sarcophagus.
We're missing something. So we got a book full of the names of the dead. Got a bunch of cups and a barrel of mead.
Question.
And a sarcophagus.
A question for the DM.
Yes.
Am I allowed to make an intelligence check to get a hint? Or would that be charisma for luck?
I would say you said investigation?
I said
Intelligence.
intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah, intelligence. Okay, yeah. Intelligence, yeah, go for it.
For a hint?
Yes.
I
Basically
wish we knew
taking
the
the
questions.
area and the and like the placement of things to kind of get an idea
Alright, that is a 10.
So the only thing that you kind of get in your mind is like you're looking at all this and you're thinking and looking around at the room and you're like, the only word that comes to mind is ceremony.
Ceremony?
Ceremony.
Oh, ceremony. Thank you.
Hmm. Do we have to do the
So-
ceremony?
The logical
I
course of
assume
events
so.
here is that you write a name in the book of somebody who's died. You drink a drink to your fallen comrade, and then you would bury them in the sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to grab a glass?
I already had a glass.
I mean, I think Julia Kai would know some fallen comrades that she might have known.
True.
I want to open
I mean,
the coffin first.
Maybe some. Yeah.
So Scree's gonna go try and open the coffin.
Okay. All right, make me a strength check.
That's a funny joke.
Athletics check.
Oh.
Athletics check.
Oh my god.
That's the same joke.
Yeah.
Aster. That'll be an
Weird.
8.
Yeah, you can't quite push the lid off. It's a little too heavy.
I mean, maybe seeing him struggling might come over there and help him out. You put the
All
note
right.
down.
All right, then
So
you
I got-
can make another athletics check with advantage. So a second roll. You get to make a second roll because Julia Kai is trying to help you.
Oh, I actually rolled it. I got
Let
19.
Julia roll that.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know he was sorry.
Well, yeah, this counts as a help action, so this would give him advantage.
Okay.
That'll be a 10. I have a -1 strength modifier.
Yeah, still can't quite move it.
So I'm saying, like, it would be more effective for me to be helping Julia Kai.
You could say you could like kind of move over and give Julia Kai the point of like the area that's needed to really just push this over, and you just kind of help her instead. That's how we'll say we'll do this. So Julia Kai, now you get to roll with advantage to push the sarcophagus off.
You're not doing anything about this, so.
Yeah, but they seem really dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 21.
I do not
Sorry.
fuck with it.
21? Yes, you open the top of the sarcophagus, and you see inside. It says there's like a there's a body on the inside, and in the inside of the sarcophagus, you see a book that says Legion of the Dead joining.
I look at Scree
Wait.
with a curious look.
It's a Legion of the Dead what?
Joining.
Joining.
Joining. Okay.
Scree needs help, basically reaching in there. I'll pull it out and give it to him.
Scree can probably reach in there. It's a dwarven coffin.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It is indeed. The body is dressed in Legion of the Dead armor, which I can actually get a picture of that so that way you guys can see it.
Scree's gonna pick up that book and flip through it.
Yeah, on the inside, it has a list of names of dwarves that have taken the joining to join the Legion of the Dead, which is different. I'll say this: it's different from the Grey Warden joining.
I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put the book back. Probably don't need it.
All right, I'll put in. I guess I'll put it in table chat the image of the Legion of the Dead armor.
It's pretty nice armor.
Ooh.
If Scree wore armor, but he doesn't.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
a
I can
full
believe it.
set of Legion of the Dead armor.
Okay.
All right. And so, what do you guys want to do? You guys got quite a few hints about how to open this. So, what would you like to do?
Write the name of a. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Does Scree know any Grey Wardens that have died?
Oh yeah, you know plenty
Recently?
who have either died or left the Grey Wardens for their calling.
All right.
Wait,
I'm going
would it help
to-
if Scree and I did it? Like, maybe it's a ceremony, maybe multiple people did it.
Well, I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe let him do first, because, this is...
Scree's gonna go to the Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
Check on whatever page is currently accepting entries, just for space.
Yeah, there's some space on the opposite page for you to write some names if you would
Right,
so choose.
But he's gonna check the previous names for anybody that he already knows who is dead, and see if they're already in the book.
Yeah, you see a few that had left their calling when from your Grey Warden base that you were centered at, that you'd seen leave for their calling, and their names are in the book.
So one of them that I know is left for the calling, but is not already in the book. I'm gonna write their name.
Okay. You do that, and you see that the ink lights up with a kind of like a light blue hue before it fades. And
Then
you
we'll get a-
hear within the pedestal a single lock unlock.
All right, and then go drink some mead.
Okay. You do that, and you kind of feel like a warmth settle through you for a moment, and then everybody else, you see that he kind of glows a slight blue before a second lock unlocks.
Here's the part I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
So there's a couple of thoughts I have on what this third step is, which is either we pour a drink of mead over the coffin, drink for the fallen, or we just pay our respects at the coffin.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Said, or we just pay our respects at the coffin.
All right, you go to
And
pay
I'm
your
unsure is
respects.
which one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just all watching Scree going, like, this might work.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm gonna go with paying respects at the coffin.
All right.
Yeah,
As opposed
I'm
to
just
pouring
standing
drink.
off by the side with Rosencrantz and Anderol.
All right. You go to
We're all
pay your
listening.
respects,
We don't
and
Mm-hmm.
at the time, as you pay your respects, nothing happens.
Well, we finally had reset.
Well, if nothing happened there, I'm gonna take another glass of mead and pour it on top of the coffin.
As you do that, nothing happens.
Maybe you're supposed to drink it?
I already
He already
drank it.
did.
Oh, you already did. Right. Does everyone present need to drink?
Or we just need to actually close the coffin again because the coffin's open.
Scree.
Yep.
Roll me another perception check.
That'll be a 12.
You barely hit the DC that I had set for you. But you hit it. So, your eyes gravitate up to the Book of the Joining that's in the coffin again.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I guess I'll write the same name in that book.
Well, as you open it, you see the words of the joining, which is called the Oath of the Dead, on the very first page.
What is the Oath of the Joining? Or the Oath of the Dead?
It says, hate for hate, and ruth for ruth, eye for eye, and tooth for tooth, scorn for scorn, and smile for smile, love for love, and guile for guile, war for war, and woe for woe, blood for blood, and blow for blow. Do you read that to yourself, or do you let your companions know what it says?
I'm going to read that silently to myself.
Okay.
Because the last thing I want to do is accidentally speak it out loud and be bound by that oath.
Good call.
I mean, if that is the answer, I don't speak.
All right.
I sign, so I maybe could do it. I don't think I would be bound by it.
It's magic.
Oh, magic. So just like, oh, you have. I get the idea. Your intent. Bam.
However, that does give me an idea. I'm going to pull out one of my daggers, cut my hand, and smear some blood on the coffin.
As you do that, nothing happens.
Oh, come on.
This is one of those puzzles where when you mess up, you have to start over.
No, thankfully.
Oh, thank God. I'll be like, it'd be so, like, funny, but also mean. That happened.
I mean, I have given you guys a lot of hints.
I mean, I'm just letting all the smart people take care of it. I have no idea.
And Rosencrantz refuses to participate.
I mean, I'm just like maybe helping out with like more physical stuff and like things like that. So this is none of my forte. My character would probably be like, I prefer not really messing with the place where people do this, but I mean, I'm helping out my companions. So, would you go back to Missy? Oh, why you in my chair? Oh, you're so cute, you little toe beans. Come here, give me that. Oh, yeah, please.
Where the sleeves end up getting like caught inside.
So, does any of you have some ideas?
My only remaining idea I don't want to try.
Yeah, Durin does not have any ideas other than speaking the oath aloud, but that sounds like making a commitment that he's not prepared to make, considering he doesn't know what
to be
commitment he
fair,
already made.
just saying the words does not necessarily mean like taking the oath.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
But
that's Scree's concern at the moment. Is that speaking them aloud means he's somehow joined the Legion to replace the fallen soldier. You know what? Screw it. He'll say them anyways.
All right. So as you say the words out loud, you hear the final lock. If I could frickin' speak, lock click, and the door, the panel falls open.
Well, what's in the hidden cubby?
So it says on the book, the title reads Legion of the Dead. And mechanically speaking, as you get this book, if somebody wants to read the book, they can get the Legionnaire specialization.
Thevin will read it.
All right.
I mean,
If that's okay with everyone else.
it's a melee fighter-based specialization. So
It is?
as long as it's not a single-use item, which, unless it has some magical component to it.
No, it is like anybody who wants to read it and want to get the Legionnaire specialization, then they can get it.
Gonna say, it's not like
I'm like,
a
Hell
rogue
yeah.
class or a ranger.
I mean, I'll grab anything.
I mean, if we take so, the question is, do we want to take the book with us? If we
Yeah.
take it with us, then there's potential for everybody to take it. Do we know ahead of time what those benefits will be as players?
Hang on a second. I'm looking to see if I have the subclass.
I was going to say because I think you have it as a subclass in like ranger.
Do I? Okay. Then I already have it up. I already have it in D&D Beyond.
At least I think so. I haven't looked at ranger in a while, so.
mm-hmm.
Remember seeing Legionnaire as an option, but
Yeah.
This is like Legionnaire Scout, right?
I think so,
Yeah.
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 So technically, I wouldn't be able to use it.
Unless you try to multi-class as a ranger, but I don't think that's the most efficient use of your levels.
No.
we don't
Indeed.
have any rangers except for Enderal.
Yep.
Probably hold on to the book.
Yeah, and he's kind of like a ranger / rogue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Which, if memory serves, Zoiakai's already getting like an extra level of ranger at some point.
Rogue, but yeah. Well,
Mhm.
everybody, if we all train with Enderal, we all get a level, and rogues get some feats, I think.
Do we know any rogues?
Jaliakai and Shahari are both rogues.
Yeah.
That's why they're shady individuals that we asked to unlock the doors.
yeah, so I mean, if Shaliakai wanted to, she could multi-class into ranger, or Shahari could, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I don't have. Wait, does it automatically give it to us, or
Yeah, if you read the book, you get it. That's the whole
So I
reason
don't
why I
have to-
put it in D&D Beyond in the first place, is because this was going to happen.
so I don't have to put levels in ranger?
No, you get essentially you're getting a free level in Legionnaire, essentially.
Oh.
That changes things.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. no,
Oh,
then
oh,
everybody.
okay, okay. I thought it was a
Yeah,
subclass.
everybody.
I'm like,
Well,
yeah, everybody, yeah.
Well, I mean, it
I
is a
mean-
subclass, but you're getting it for free.
So how would we do that?
Way to mechanical.
Oh, wait, no,
Put
it
that
is
into
one use. Holy shit. I read down a little bit further.
No.
Yeah.
That-
It is
that
one
looks good,
use.
But
So
do
we
we
should-
actually know what benefit that provides mechanically? Like, what does it
You'd
actually-
have to
what does
look at
the
the
subclass
look
do?
at the subclass, but yeah, it's
Oh.
all in there. I think I have
would
everything
say
in
for
there.
now, we hold on to the book then, and we can look through it and decide who would be best suited to gain that benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now we're doing a puzzle game.
Hold on to the book.
Oh no, you guys completed the puzzle. That was the puzzle.
Okay, so reward. That's
you
nice.
guys figured it out. Like, you did the ceremony and unlocked the panel. So
Yeah, so I would say that we should just hold on to the book for now. In between sessions, we can read up on what it actually does and decide which party member makes most sense to actually benefit from it.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, my initial thoughts, just because of what a Legionnaire is that Durin is the best spot for it. But
Probably being a melee-oriented character, but
and in
Yeah.
heavy armor, right?
yeah.
So, but yeah, we should actually look at
To be
that.
fair, my laughing thing is I also have Rosencrantz going towards some kind of weird Valkyrie thing, but also he does not want to fuck with anything from the dead people, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, having completed that, what would you guys like to do now?
I don't think I have the wisdom for it.
I guess we keep going along that same pattern through the cave system.
All right. You guys are
Yeah.
currently at 7 on the map.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Next
So-
along would be 3.
But it looks like we're also approaching the lava trail. So is that
I mean,
active
we started
lava?
at the lava trail.
yeah, that is actually yes.
Okay.
We actually started at the lava trail.
Yeah, but I mean we're approaching it again.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's kind of, if you zoom in a little bit on the entrance where the lava trail starts, it kind of, there's kind of paths to walk around it, which is what I'm assuming you guys did to get around the lava trail, is you kind of walked around it, so that way you guys didn't end up, getting hurt and burning alive.
Yeah, let's not burn ourselves alive.
Yeah, that'd be preferable.
Yeah.
But you also notice there are spots where there are rock blockades, where it's blocked off. But you guys also have mining equipment to be able to get through.
That's true.
And yeah, we have mining equipment and mold earth. So
Indeed, indeed.
that's kind of how we've been getting through, because we actually would have gone through a couple of these already.
Yeah. I neglected to actually mention that. So we'll just say that you guys mined through those spots that you already went through without problem.
Yeah, so other than the lava trail, is there anything of interest in 3?
So, what we'll say is, like, at least for this upcoming mineable rock blockades, I would like those of you who are actually going to try to mine through this blockade, roll me 3 strength checks, please.
What if Scree's using mold
Or
earth?
athletics. If Scree
I was
is
gonna
helping
say,
out with
Scree
Mold
is
Earth, then
athletics.
you don't have to roll anything. So, because that's just
Oh.
like a that's a cantrip, isn't it?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah. So, yeah, you don't
Think
have to
about that
roll,
roll
but
of
those of
wisdom.
you who are actually using
Okay.
the pickaxes to kind of help out.
I got 2 natural 20s in a row
Oh, nice.
and then
Wow.
a 16. So
From-
26, 26, 22.
All right. So, yeah, you definitely
God.
have no problem, and you don't break your pickaxe. Good on you.
Wait, so I think I would be helping a little bit.
Okay, so roll me 3 athletics checks, please.
Okay. Oh, I'm good at athletics. We should be fine. Okay, 15,
Okay.
13,
Ooh, getting kind of close there.
and 10.
That last one is a failure, and your pickaxe gets a little damaged. It's not broken, but it's damaged. So mark me down 1 damage on that pickaxe. Like, put it in your notes somewhere.
Okay, okay. Notes. Other, add other. -1 to fancy pickaxe.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
So, yeah. But you guys do successfully manage to get through that blockade.
Okay. Although of all the times to get 2 natural 20s in a row,
Right.
it was
Yeah.
it was for mining.
All right.
When you actually
Apparently,
go
I'm working out my
I had you
my
guys do
post-panic
3.
aggression on it.
I had you guys do 3 because there are 2 actual mineable rock blockades on the way to 3. So that's why I had you guys do 3 checks there. Normally I just have you do 2, but you know, I would have had you do 4, but I was like, that seems a little excessive. So yeah, you guys get up to 3. 1 second, let me get to that spot. All right, so as you walk into what appears to be the biggest place you guys have seen yet, 3 figures stand among all this chaos. They appear to be dwarves fighting over something.
Well, I think we should probably help them then.
So you hear one of them, they're arguing amongst themselves. One of them says, "You blasted Bronto brain!" Shouts one of them as he hits his partner in the head. Just to stop after noticing him. He says, "Oh, well, this is awkward." He kind of rubs his knuckles and he says, "Greetings, explorers. Strange encountering anything down here that is capable of pronouncing the words, pronouncing their words right. Sadly, cannot say the same thing about my brother." Glares at the younger dwarf who's rubbing his head in pain.
I just gotta raise my hand and say, well, I can't promise I pronounce everything right, but hello.
she might like, and my character might be like silly, like kind of like almost, I guess like maybe like a small smile, be like, well, I can't pronounce anything at all.
As you sign.
Yeah, like more just
So
like
I would translate it for them.
Yeah.
And my tall friend over here apologizes, but can't pronounce anything at all, hence the sign language.
And he says, well, my name is Duergar. And this is, Simbar. Points to the middle brother. And, points to the younger brother and says, this is Gordon. It's spelled Gordin.
this is their last name, Ramsey.
And he says, we're of House Munant of the Warrior Caste.
I think there's 3.
And it seems
You
that
said
they
House
have they've gotten themselves stuck in the deep roads.
Well, that's not a good place to be stuck.
What are they doing out here?
Oh, and he says, oh, well, we are on an official mission given to us by Paragon Bronca. The thing is, though, she went missing. And we took on the mission to find her.
So you're
Oh,
looking
wait,
for
actually,
this
let me
Paragon Bronca.
correct this. I read it wrong. It was a mission given to them to find Paragon Bronca.
Mhm.
And they were given the mission by mission by Ovraka of House Broria. Broria. Broria was the name of the lady who had given them the mission.
One more time, please.
Of House Broria. Broria. That's the name of the house, and the name of the lady is Ovraka. Ovraka.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I think my character would, when they mention castes, right? Might be a little, the more like, I think she might, like, whatever emotion on her face might just come blank a little bit,
Mhm.
right? And then back to, like, like, her just normal kind of, like, indifferent, but still watching everything look.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how well armed do these dwarves look?
Say it again.
How well armed do they look?
Oh, they look pretty well armed. They are of the warrior caste, so they do have some good arms and armor.
Okay. So they don't look like they're in desperate need of help. They're just lost.
Yeah, they're just kind of lost. Actually, even one of them says, he says, well, we might as well set up camp here. I mean, we're lost and we're tired.
I mean, we can tell you how to get back to the surface, but I don't know that it's anywhere near where you're actually trying to get. Because we came down from a little town up in the mountains,
Frozen DOS.
Frozen DOS.
One of them actually just looks at you shocked for a moment. And, actually, your guys' resident dwarf would definitely know this. That if these dwarves even get a glimpse of the sky, they will become castless and be cast into the, essentially cast out.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Aaron knows nothing.
My screen laughed when you suggested it. Like, they're not gonna go to the surface.
So you fool.
And so Durin's gonna look around the group and go, "Wait, what did I say?"
They're
Would
not
I
gonna
know?
go to the surface.
Dwarves under the ground aren't supposed to leave.
Oh,
I
I didn't know that. Never mind then.
Well, we can't rightly leave our mission anyway. If we fail, that'll be a stain upon our caste, and we don't want that. So we'll just have to keep searching and hope we can figure out where we are and where we need to go.
Well, back the way we came, there was really only one notable thing, but we had to break through multiple walls to get anywhere.
You didn't cause a collapse, did you?
Not as of yet.
Well, that's good. Don't want any collapses.
We might be persuadable to help you out. If you're interested.
Oh, shoot. I dropped something. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, I didn't drop something. It just moved. Yay. I was gonna say,
Happens to me so many times.
Anyway, like, I dropped something for a second, and I was like, oh, shit. But no, I'm good. I just moved it. Anyway, so, oh, shit. During this entire time, I have not been looking at chat. Oh, God.
Oh.
Okay. Thank God. Nobody's talking in chat, so I didn't miss anything. Good. I mean, this does better on YouTube anyway, so it's fine. But I just had to double check.
Yeah.
But anyway, one of the dwarves, he says, well, we plan on making camp here, but I will tell you, for, just to help you, you explorers out here, since you seem to be exploring the deep roads, he says, if you have any food, we can store it here for you, so that way you can make it easier for you to have your provisions. If you want to come back and maybe cook up some provisions and eat, we'd be happy to have
Insight
you.
check.
Looks
I don't trust these guys.
70 pounds of nug.
Go for it.
They're floating on a tensor's
Yeah.
disc.
I mean, I don't really. They could
Well-
easily just take our stuff and bolt.
We also still have bear meat.
We're carrying them around fine, I think.
I have a tensor's floating disc full of nugs. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
it's
is
not
true.
even full of nugs.
Actually,
it's got
One
less
of the
than a
dwarves
less
just
than a-
one of the dwarves just kind of leans over and looks at the mound of nug meat, and he's just like, trying to hunt them to extinction, are you?
I mean,
they attacked
They
first,
attacked us, so
sort of.
Sort of.
I'm like,
Hides the
hence
nug.
my baby nug looks tighter to my chest.
So,
I
I
was like,
don't think we'll ever be rid of the vermin.
Shiliakai, what did you roll for your insight check?
okay. Well, I sucked at this. A 6.
Yeah, you can't really get, a read on them.
Okay. Still a little distrustful, though. Okay. I mean, I'm just like
Well,
watching them just like
lucky
talk about like eating
I'm
nugs and stuff, and I'm just holding this baby duck. I'm like,
But, yeah. What would you
Yeah.
guys like to do? You could store your food here and have a place so that way you're not just like carrying it around. Carrying around a shit ton of nug meat.
What tensor's floating disc is for?
I mean, it's
I'm
up to you
like-
guys. They made the offer.
We also
Mike,
offered. Well, Scree offered to
how
help
about
him.
an insight check to see how much I trust that they're not just going to run away with it?
You can also do an insight check if you would like as well.
That's
Yeah.
a 22.
Yeah.
you do much better than me. You're better with people than I.
They seem to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure.
But didn't you say you're also still looking for this lady Paragon Bronca?
Yeah, Paragon Bronca. Yeah. He says,
Or I suppose you didn't say whether they were male or female, just Paragon Bronca. I
yeah,
assumed off the name.
she's a young noble dwarf lady, but also Ovraka of House Boria. Anyway, they're the ones that gave the mission for them to go find Paragon Bronca. So, he says, well, yes, but I think we need to make camp here for a while until we get our bearings and figure out where we're going.
So
Oh,
did she just like run away or something? Or
We don't know. She just up and disappeared one day. She was looking for some sort of, from what rumors say, looking for some sort of ancient dwarven anvil of some sort.
interesting.
I remember this from watching the videos.
Yep.
She's trying to make those weird golem things. I think.
But we don't know that, so.
We don't know that yet.
Okay.
how
Swats away the meta pigeon. Go away. Go away.
Left the patient.
So do you have any records of where this anvil was?
Oh, I mean, the archive. I can't remember. There's an actual Shaperit. The Shaperit. That's the word I was looking for. The Shaperit. They have records of apparently the general area of where it is, but I mean it's so deep within the deep roads that it's nearly impossible to get to because just so many darkspawn.
I'm assuming it wasn't always overrun by Darkspawn then.
Well, no. But that's why we're in Orzammar and we're no longer in these tides. They ran us out. Do you not know your history, son?
You must forgive me, and I point at the scar on my head. I don't remember much from before this.
Ah, my apologies.
I haven't really had much conversation with dwarves other than Scree. Like,
Yeah.
sign language.
Yeah.
Rosencrantz, just like every dwarf I've known before this, was on the surface.
And most of the history I have learned, I've only learned in the last 2 weeks.
You lost your memory 2 weeks ago?
No, 3 years, but
Oh.
most of the people I was around didn't know much.
Well, you should tell surfacers to do more research.
Well, I was mostly hanging around, like, peasants and commoners who just needed help with basic stuff.
Ah. Very well, then. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you all, but we need to make our camp. And they set about to make their camp. Say what?
I was going to ask them how they managed to get lost.
Well, we don't actually, as they're, like, getting their tent out and ready to get set up, they say, well, we don't exactly have all of the deep roads mapped. We only have very little mapped, and we must have took a wrong turn somewhere and ended up in a place that hasn't been mapped yet.
Bad at reading maps. Got it.
He looks at you and he's like, "You mocking me?"
Oh, he didn't say that in character.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
That's funny if you did. That fits so much like Scree. That just sounds.
Scree just goes, huh.
You go.
Just be like, "Are you mocking me?"
Like May.
Scree may or may not actually be mocking them in his head.
May or may not. Allegedly.
You have no evidence.
Yeah.
All right.
can't
So, what do
read
you
the
guys
names,
want to
so.
do? Do you guys want to leave some food with them, or do you just want to take the food with you, or?
Honestly, my only question is, can we come back here for camp when we're exhausted every once in a while?
Yeah. This is actually a mechanically speaking, this is a place for you guys to be able to go and camp when you guys become exhausted, or need a place to sleep or eat. It's just kind of a respite area for you guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Maybe while they're doing that thing, I'll be like, Silent, why do you want this anvil? Or why was she looking for it?
From what the rumors say, she's looking to.
Just realizing there are out here.
Oh, there was an entire spot that I accidentally missed of some funny dialogue. But I'll tell you guys, you guys just think that, it just like have this inserted along with what you guys had when you were approaching them. Like as you guys went near them, I accidentally missed this spot. Yeah, you hear one of them say, "I told you this was a bad idea. Besides, who comes into the damn deep roads without 10 kegs of frickin' dynamite?" And one of them says timidly, "But I'm sure it was this way. The Paragon said she passed through here." Yeah, a little funny thing.
10 kegs of dynamite?
Right?
They were worried about us causing a collapse.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But
Oh, they're scamming the dwarves. Usually it'd be 10 kegs of ale.
right?
Yeah, at first, like, as soon as, like, I was thinking that you're gonna say ale, but dynamite, like, what?
So, all right, what would you guys like to do? You guys now have a nice little respite spot.
Well,
We did just,
I'd like a short
Hammer.
rest at least.
Okay.
yeah.
I got one more spell slot I could use.
All right. You guys can
That's
take your
right,
short
good
rest,
fireball.
do your hit dice if you'd like.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still good.
I mean, do you think a short rest is long enough to maybe do a training session with
3 minutes on either side.
the very fancy guy?
Yeah, if you guys would like, you guys can do mark down another training session with Andrew.
Yes,
good.
that is good.
Excellent.
That's 2.
We are also on training session 2 now.
Excellent.
How many do you think we need?
3.
Like- 3?
That's what he told us back when we set up the idea.
Oh, I was assuming it was 3, just making sure.
Indeed. All right, so you guys are in 3 currently, and you guys can continue on to 4, or if you guys like, you guys can make a left and go deeper into the deep roads and go into the lower section here if you like. It's up to you.
I would continue on to 4.
All right, continuing on to 4. So, I'll say for this next mineable blockade. Oh yeah, and in the previous blockade, you guys managed to, with your rolls, I forgot to mention it. You guys got about 5 pounds of wait, hey, hold on. Let me look at this again. No, wait, 8 pounds. 8 pounds of red steel.
8
Ooh.
pounds red steel.
Ore.
You're fine,
Red
more
steel
of this
ore.
red steel. 8 pounds red steel ore.
I'm assuming that red steel is better than regular steel for some reason.
It is indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled 2 nat 20, so yeah, you guys got some good steel.
Yeah, back to back, which I'm just like, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
my
this
hat-
section,
my,
that's where in this section of the deep roads, that's where there's red steel. There's other different types of ores throughout the deep roads as you guys make your way through it. Just so you know.
Maybe once I get the chance, I may give the ore to my dad.
So,
Let him play around with the red.
so
ore.
as you guys make your way up to 4, I need 2 more. 2 more athletics checks from somebody. Doesn't matter who. And
Okay.
if you want to help with mold earth, that's fine. That I'm assuming that you're going to be doing that. That's why I didn't say it was 3, because this is actually supposed to be a pretty thick wall.
So I got a 20 and a 14.
All right. Those 2 pass.
Got a 16 and an 8.
All right. So 2 of you doing it. That makes you for the second one. I need you to mark down a failure and damage to your pickaxe. With 3,
Yep.
if you get damage your pickaxe 3 times, then the pickaxe breaks. Just so you know. Because
Good thing we have a
the enchantment essentially wears out on it, from what it says here.
Yeah,
So
Makes sense.
but I figure we have more pickaxes, and we have certain people who I don't think are actually going to be mining.
right,
We've got some spare
because
pickaxes.
everybody has 1 essentially. So
Rosencrantz just looks at his hands.
Mhm.
Nope.
So I'm kind of thinking maybe you might like after. So I'm thinking the first time I mined, my pickaxe got cracks. Maybe it's like me getting more into like the zone of it.
yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I would see my dad like do something similar.
So with this one, with the rolls that you guys got. You guys got silverite.
See a little bit right.
You got 4 pounds of silverite.
Excellent.
All right.
Alrighty.
So as you get to 4, you arrive in a room in the form of a cross. Even though apparently it's abandoned, Jaliakai, I need you to roll me a perception check.
There's a
also
17
Shahari.
It's
Also Shahari. Shahari, roll a perception check as well.
Okay.
must be us sneaky types
I think there's no.
thing. I have 17.
17. Okay.
Got did Shahari get? Shahari got a 12.
Shahari just barely made the check. Good. Okay. So, what you for both Shahari and Juliakai, this place reeks of traps.
You might just see me kind of like walk in, kind of normally, I'm like, I kind of just stop suddenly. I'm like,
So,
this place feels wrong.
the long walk takes you to a division in the road. Plaques hang above two parts of the room, and the third way is blocked. Chalices filled with kindling are aligned in the form of a circle in the middle.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I walk in, I stop as I get like the sense, right?
Oh, two of the rooms. I read that wrong. Plaques hang above two of the rooms because there's different rooms. It's like in a cross. And the third room is apparently blocked by fallen rocks. And in the center there are chalices filled with kindling, and are aligned in the form of a circle in the middle. My bad. I read that wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, my character we're walking in, right? I kind of like stop immediately. I'm like, this place reeks of traps. Like, sign that.
Okay.
I.
So the plaques, when you look, because they're pretty prominent. I don't even need to have you guys roll a perception check for this. The plaques have the image of a tortoise and a scorpion.
Okay.
Is there any historical significance to those as a dwarf?
Hold on a second. I'm going to send you guys a screenshot of what this looks like, so that way you guys can see.
Oh, hi, Devin. We met like a group of dwarves apparently. It's kind of funny how they didn't really notice that Scurry was basically a part of the cast list, or they just pretended not to notice.
All right,
Wearing
this
gray
is going
wooden
to
robe.
be in Table Talk. A picture
Okay.
of what this looks like.
Oh my. That's like
those are
just
braziers.
Yeah.
Not
They
chalices.
they look like chalices. They're
Yeah,
braziers.
yeah.
They're braziers, but the thing
Mhm.
is, though, is they're in the shape of chalices.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just thinking like scale. I was thinking they were a lot smaller since you
Yeah.
said chalices.
so like that's kind of like a
Um,
creepy ritual.
Yeah, it's in the
So we got-
center of where this like cross section is of rooms.
And there's a tortoise and a scorpion.
Yep, on a plaque on the I think, let me double check this. Hey, Thevin or I mean Pro or somebody, it doesn't matter who. Just kind of like describe what is being shown in this picture I just sent you, because I gotta double check this.
So it's exactly like this room?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. This is the center of the
Okay.
room where the with the braziers that look like chalices, stuff like that.
Okay. Inside this decently large room, there seems to be a almost a circular pattern of these large stone pedestals, nearly up to the height reachable for a normal-sized dwarf. These braziers. Wait, sorry. Are they called braziers or braziers?
No,
That's
brazier is
braziers.
like brazier is like
Brazier,
raw,
yeah,
where
do not say the other
brazier
word.
a brazier
Brazier.
is
Yeah,
what,
brazier.
yeah.
I mean, they're both fire, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I keep
You're
on
welcome.
fucking up the two. Anyway, each one is marked with a
people in the UK are crying.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, wordplay. It works across the pond.
Fucking tongue twisters. Each.
And
each
they are
base
lit in that formation, by the
is-
way, too, just so you know.
Okay, so 1, 2. Out of all these braziers, did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Close enough.
Out of all the braziers, it would seem that only 5 are lit, and the rest seem to have unlit charcoal, almost as if this has only been lit either recently or has gone out long ago.
Okay, so yes, the tortoise and scorpion. Those are the 2 plaques that are there. The third one is blocked with with fallen rocks. So there's the image of a tortoise and a scorpion, and I think it's the east one. If you're facing ahead, there's the north one and the west one, and then there's the way you guys just came through, and then there's the east one. The east one is the one that's blocked.
I mean, I would think I would try to just get a sense of what type of traps there are and what might activate them.
You are not 100% sure. Like, because there's not the mechanisms of said trap are not really exposed for you to be able to see.
Yeah. I mean, like any obvious things, like maybe some pressure plates, maybe like some tripwire, maybe like some string that's like if you, or anything like that type of thing.
I'm reading. Sorry.
Oh, like did I do it?
I find it funny how the guy who's writing a book fucks up the English language. I'm not about me, of course. Just
mean,
fucking ridiculous.
English is just weird. I think everyone freaks up their
okay,
own language
okay.
sometimes.
So, you see portholes in the walls. That's the best way I could describe them, like a porthole on a ship.
Yeah. So I would maybe noticing that while everyone else is I might like almost do this like soft whistle thing, only maybe to maybe get people who understand. Basically, like, the group to like kind of look at me a little bit, right? It's like this is not meant to carry sound, just in case if any of the traps are sound activated, right? So a little soft sound to try to get them to look at me, and then I'll basically like gesture at like the portholes and stuff, and then also be careful where you step and how much noise you make. Whatever we do, we might activate traps.
Alright. I'm gonna send my bat down one of the tunnels.
Like, there are the portholes that are in the wall.
No, not one of the portholes. Down one, like the tortoise tunnel.
Oh, there you just see as you do that, you just see a door. There's a door there.
Okay. Then back down the other tunnel, the scorpion tunnel.
Same thing. There is a door.
Well,
Alright.
just off of basic symbols, scorpions are poisonous.
Turtles are hard.
Alright.
They're-
Yeah, but
Terrible.
turtles also aren't likely to kill you.
Snapping turtle.
Say
Have ya?
my immediate
snap.
interpretation is walk slow.
Yeah, that too.
All right, so
Yeah.
let me. All right, one of you roll me a perception check.
Okay.
somebody with higher perception than me.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like, who actually has the highest perception? in
I
the
think
group?
it's you and Julia Kai are literally tied.
I got
Because-
a 15.
All right,
So I
so
have a +5.
you find an what I'll call an explorer's note. Somebody was writing, and apparently in a journal, and it looks like a page was torn out somehow. And you find this page on the floor.
We'll try to slowly pick it up, try not to disturb anything.
All right, so you'll see written in this note, it'll say, "We stumbled into a room filled with these chalice-like braziers. 3 doors can be seen with plaques hanging above them in the form of a tortoise, a scorpion, and a mongrel. Under the plaques, a description can be read. First, the glow to the north. 8 right, 4 left, 3 right, 4 left. Then from the other, 4 right, 7 left, 16 right, 5 left. And then underneath that, it says scorpion, 7 to the right, 4 to the left, 2 to the right, and 15 to the left. And then finally it says, be warned, and then the rest is a legend.
What kind of language would it be? Is it like... Yeah, what language?
For D&D mechanics, we'll say common.
Okay. Well, I would do that same soft whistle noise, and then maybe like gesture, like basically hand the page over to whoever comes and gets it. Because people who have
Three
an
of
eye.
them take it,
Yeah.
and then look at the torches, or the braziers.
Uh-huh.
And does the current lit pattern match the state of one of those patterns? I don't
No.
remember all of the left rights. It doesn't match any of them?
No.
Okay. He's going to use prestidigitation to put them all out,
Okay.
and then light the northernmost one,
Okay.
and then follow whatever that first pattern was with the rights and the lefts, and light them on that count.
Well, you can like ask Juliakai for the note, because it does have the combination on it.
I handed him the note.
Oh, you handed it to him. Okay. So as you read the first one, it says 8 right, 4 left, 3 right, 4 left. Then from the other direction, 4 right, 7 left, 16 right, 5 left.
Oops.
Yeah, so I light the torches in that order via prestidigitation.
All right. You light that, light the braziers in that order. And... oh, yeah. Nothing happens.
Nice.
But at least that's a thing that's visible. It could have maybe turned off the traps.
How far down the tunnels are the doors?
Not too far.
Yeah, so we would have noticed if they opened. So
Yeah.
that's the combination for the broken door. The mongrel.
Actually, no. According to the note, that is the combination for the Tortoise Door.
So, Julia Kai, did you see any more traps heading down towards that door?
Did I? Yeah.
Say it again. Say it again.
I asked if Julia Kai found any more traps down that hallway, or if it's safe to proceed to check out the door.
Oh wait, you guys did get that wrong. Shit. Where were all of you standing, by the way?
Well, Julia Kai said there were traps, so I'm assuming we all stayed by the door. Because
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
What
was
you
doing.
what you see, as soon as you get it wrong, just a torrent of arrows shoot out of the portholes and just clatter across the room. If you had been standing in the room, you guys would have gotten hit.
Well, that is the benefit of having someone use prestidigitation.
Yep.
And
Prestidigitation is a range of 10
Juliakai,
feet.
roll me a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Shahari, either or.
Nah. I think I would have more. Yeah.
Or perception.
So 21. Because I think I would have more knowledge of traps and stuff.
Well, what you do find is, because you're very well versed in the ways of poison, you see that the
Yes.
arrows are poison tipped.
Ooh. Well, I'll let them know. I'll be like, the tips of the arrows look poisoned.
Well, I guess
Right.
that means we can collect them and use them later.
Yep.
So yeah,
poison.
you actually get have a quiver of 20 poison arrows if you pick them all up.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
Maybe split between
Yes, yeah,
Shahari and me.
literally 20 arrows got shot out of those portholes.
But they have free poison on them.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's.
We could farm this.
Oh my god. I mean, technically, that is a viable solution to keep going until it runs out of arrows.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, bring
That is one of the weaknesses of mechanical traps.
Yeah.
I bring up that idea.
The question is, who took the time to poison all of these things and then reload this shit?
A very
Poisoning
bored
arrows
dwarf.
is easy. You just kind of dump them in the barrel and then.
Fair enough.
You just, as you're fletching the arrows, you dump them in a barrel, and then when you're done, you just pour the poison into the barrel.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
easy peasy.
I
Did I bring up
realized
the-
that I actually have to use control flames, not prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
We'll
is a
say
range
that
of
you
10
did
feet.
control flames just for the sake
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, but I would bring up the idea of just getting more poisoned arrows for free, basically.
So,
Considering Shahari can just create bonfires at will, so
Mhm.
so the combination for the Tortoise Door that they wrote in this note is wrong.
Maybe. Or there's a certain way to do it. That's the only hint I'll give.
All right.
It might be that
So-
you have to light them in a specific order.
That's what I
Because you-
did.
you
The
started
order
at
in which they
north.
were written.
It might want us to start somewhere other than the north.
Didn't it start out with starting in the north?
It says it's talking about the Tortoise Door itself, because that is the north door.
Okay. So how does it actually read again?
8 right,
No,
4
before that.
left, 3 right, 4 left, then from the other direction, 4 right, 7 left, 16 right, 5 left.
Right. No, but before it starts going at the rights and the lefts,
Uh-huh.
what does it actually say before that?
First, the glow to the north, talking about the Tortoise Door. Because there is a brazier that is lit to the north.
Right. That's the one I started at.
Uh-huh. Do a perception check for me while you're thinking about this.
Like, can anyone give him a help action? Like, can
Yeah,
I?
you can.
Or...
You can.
That's a
Well, he got
19.
20.
Okay.
No, it's
So-
a 19. I realized I had to adjust my wisdom to look at the whatchamacallit, the subclass, and I forgot to change it back.
Oh, okay.
You
'Cause
notice
I have a 0.
you notice that the braziers are in the positions of almost exactly like a clock.
Right. So if we
So-
assume north is noon on the clock, then I'm going 8 and let left, right, as needed, counterclockwise, clockwise. That was the whole initial plan. The only thing I can think of is that I didn't need to put out the existing ones that were lit. So, we're going to relight the ones that were lit in the picture that started out that way. And then, starting at the north, starting at the north, where would be 12 o'clock on the clock, we're going to cycle in the pattern and then just alternate where that torch is. If it's unlit, we're going to light it. If it's lit, we're going to unlight it.
As you do that, again, nothing happens, but Andoril pops up, and he pipes up, and he says, "What if we start at the 8 o'clock position?"
Wouldn't that be the first change that I was just talking about, though?
Was it? Like, did you start
Yeah,
at the 8 o'clock
so-
position? If I missed
Right,
that, I
so the-
apologize.
The first direction is 8 right, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm looking at noon and I go 8 right and change whatever it is, and then continue on, right? I'm not changing the starting point, the noon one.
Uh-huh.
That's just where I'm starting my count from.
Yeah, Andoril was
So
suggesting
8 o'clock would be the first one that I would change the fire point on.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I misunderstood what you were saying. That was my fault then. Okay.
When you're dealing with this many numbers and rights and lefts, it kind of happens.
Yeah, this is a complicated kind of puzzle. It's like, I'm making sure that I understand it. So, okay. Yeah, then, yeah, the door would open then.
Yeah, because the first direction is 8 right, so we have to have our starting point, but the first turn is to go around by 8, change that fire, then go left by however many, change that fire, go back right, change that, however we have to, whatever those directions say we have to do left and right around. We're not actually changing the starting fire. That's just where we're starting our count.
Yeah, but it's 'cause the cost
So yeah, the door opens.
Yes,
Cool.
the door does
That's
indeed
the tortoise
open.
door.
and frame on
Yeah, the tortoise
Right.
door opens. Yep.
Okay, you're going up the
Three's gonna go investigate the tortoise room by sending his bat in.
All right. As you go in to the let me double check something here. Okay. I had to scroll up to check something real quick. All right. So, when you go into the tortoise door, you find a little hole in the middle of the floor. The hole is in the shape and size of a tiny cube.
Okay.
Have we seen any tiny cubes? I don't remember seeing any.
No, you have not seen a tiny cube.
Okay.
No, you
There's nothing else in
Oh,
the room?
wait, no, I had it backwards. You find a tiny cube in this room, a tiny golden cube.
Okay. Shree's gonna pick that up and go, huh.
Interesting.
And then we'll go back and stand in the doorway again, where everybody else is presumably waiting.
Yeah, out of range of
Mm-hmm.
any additional arrows.
I found this. Odd.
A door.
And then we're gonna reset the torches or braziers,
Yes.
and do the scorpion door pattern.
All right, so that one read 7 to the right, 4 to the left, 2 to the right, and 15 to the left. So,
So the first fire we're changing is 7 o'clock.
right. So, on doing that, the door opens.
Does the Tortoise Door close?
No, the Tortoise Door does stay open.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
inside, you see a hole in the shape and size of a tiny cube.
Gee, I wonder.
My concern here is someone clearly wrote this out
Mm-hmm.
and then reset it.
Aye. Maybe
Why
that got
would they
bored.
reset it and leave their notes behind?
Just for the fun of it.
Well, proceed. I'm just saying, careful, because
Well, see, what's going to happen is we're going to put it in the cube, and it's going to make a chest appear in the Mongrel Door.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh,
maybe.
who currently has the note again?
Scree.
Scree does.
So you can barely make out the part at the bottom that's illegible. You feel that there is a way to see the rest of what the note says.
Can I cast Mending on it to make the ink legible again?
I will say that this is going to be a dexterity check to see if you can actually, because this is going to take some finesse with your spell to not, like, fuck up the ink. So I will say it's a dexterity check with your mending spell to do it carefully enough to be able to kind of fix it.
All right.
I don't have the mending cantrip, otherwise I'd ask if I could help.
I'm seeing if I have any alternative options. So it's written in a language, right?
Yeah, it's common, but the ink has been like smudged and disheveled to the point where it's illegible.
Faded?
Like faded. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I don't even know if that's my other character.
Oh wait, no, I don't have that invocation. Never mind.
What happened?
Okay. Well, I don't have any better option. I don't think. Shahari has forgery skills.
Maybe.
That would be helpful.
Maybe if your mending spell fails, maybe she can.
I mean, I have a calligrapher. I have calligraphy supplies.
Scree's
That's
got
also an
calligraphy
option.
supplies. Yeah, Scree also has calligraphy. All right, dexterity.
I don't know why I know how to
Okay.
write so pretty, but I do.
Scree got a 21 on his dexterity.
Nice.
There you go.
You are able to easily, with the finesse of your mending spell, fix the ink. And what you read, this is the full ending to the note. It says, "Be warned. Reckless methods will not light the way. I saw a glimmer of hope within the darkened kingdom. It was not the result, but the process that was necessary for us to escape. We are not so foolish as to make the same mistake twice. What lies in wait ahead of us now?"
It's a little ominous.
Well,
Read
they
that again?
did. I mean, there is a collapsed tunnel now.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the bad thing. Probably once we find a way to, in that class tunnel, we might find some bodies or something.
Is it a type of stone that we can dig through with these magic pickaxes?
No, this one is not mineable.
Even
Okay.
with mold earth.
Let me check. You know what? It doesn't say, but I'll say yes, because you know what? This next part is going to be completely from Dragon's Brain. So, if you would like to do that, go ahead.
First, I'm debating whether or not we should put the cube in the hole that it's clearly meant for. I didn't really hear anything in the note to tell me that that's not what we should do.
I mean, it did say the process lights the way, not the result. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all kind of waiting by the door to see what happens to you, so
oh yeah, that's
up
right.
to you.
Gree's usually secretive, so we probably don't know anything you're doing right now.
That's
We're just
true.
kind of
You
watching
guys didn't
you.
follow me into the other room really much. Let's see here.
I mean, I'm just kind of trusting you because you're a dwarf.
We were waiting to hear whether it was safe or not.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I mean, you walked back out holding a little golden cube, and we're like, okay, he's back.
Yep. And I
So-
said I found this cube, and then I lit
Yeah.
some more fires, and the other door opened, and I walked through it.
Exactly. So we're waiting to hear what you tell us.
Mhm.
You know what? Let's just put the cube in the hole. Let's see what happens.
All right.
What's the worst that could happen? I die?
Well, maybe. Anyway,
In the square hole.
pardon me. I'm eating a granola bar. Anyway,
Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
so you put the cube in the hole, and you hear a click. And roll a dexterity. No, I'm joking.
Oh no!
You hear in the Tortoise Room something open, and the grinding of stone as something comes up.
Okay. Let's go back to the Tortoise Room then, which they should be able to see inside of
They can
from their
indeed.
position.
Yeah.
What you
I think
see
we
is
kind of
a
just
pedestal.
creeping along.
What you see is a pedestal rise up out of the floor.
Okay. Well, now there's a thing.
There's
We should
nothing on the
probably check
pedestal.
that out.
As
That
you get
sure is a
closer, you see that it's a room.
The pedestal is a room?
No, a rune is sitting on top of it.
A rune. Okay. That makes more sense.
Can Thevin make an Arcana check?
Are you in
Yes.
the room with him?
I think we're trying to creep slowly to
Yeah.
where Scree is.
Oh, Scree has not been creeping through the room. He's just been walking.
Haha.
I'm just like doing slowly.
I'm pretty sure Thevin would just be walking behind him.
As soon as doing
Ooh.
the fires wrong set off the arrow traps, he started not caring about like pressure plates or anything like that, and just walked through the room.
Fair.
So,
Yeah.
if you want to do your Arcana check, go for it.
Ah, crap. 15.
That's better than Scree's 6.
All right. So, with a 15, you recognize this as a Dwemer Room, which can be attached to a weapon to give it effects.
Nice.
So,
Thevin will pick it up.
I gotta look and see how this is spelled again. There it is. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste because I gotta remember how this is spelled.
Alright.
Because I want to get you the stats for said rune.
Thank you.
Assuming the ceiling doesn't immediately collapse on our heads for picking it up off the pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
Da, da, da,
You
da,
probably
da,
would have told us
da,
that first before.
Maybe.
A
Don't be fair.
large
Having a
boulder
catch
starts
and
rolling
before
at
we
you.
were getting attacked, so
That's true.
Molder the boulder.
The boulder!
It turns to dust.
Oh no.
No, but actually, though, I am going to go molder the Mongrel Collapse. Assuming that nothing actually chases us out of the room. Or out of the area.
All right, so let me see here. What it does.
I have to write this down.
All right.
I think it's
No,
gonna
okay.
copy
This
paste
is
it
this is how to craft
for ya.
it, not its effect. Because yes, these runes can also be crafted, but you need materials and the skills necessary in order to be able to use
Which
it.
I am excited for.
Oh wait, no, this is actually an armor. Yeah, this is an armor rune. My bad. So the Dwemer rune, what it does is it gives you resistance to magic. So you get resistance to magical spells.
We all need that.
So if
Yeah,
you
I was
guys,
gonna say that's real powerful.
like that's just useful for anybody.
Yeah.
so for you,
I
for those of you who do take notes, take note of that so that you guys know that you have that within your stuff. And I've got to ban somebody in my chat. I got to ban a bot. Bye, bot.
Well,
Anyway. Oh, bye, viewers. No, thank you, bot. Anyway.
You guys see, but did this a long time.
But anyways, and in the Scorpion room, as you take that Dwemer rune,
resistance.
Resistance to magic.
you as you take the Dwemer rune from the Tortoise room, you hear grinding coming from the grinding of stone coming from the Scorpion room.
okay.
And there
Let's go back over there.
you see another pedestal with yet another rune sitting on top of it.
Good, good.
You find a silverite rune.
Interesting.
All right, let me
That'll-
get you
is that the
what
weapon
that does.
I'm gonna go with it boosts attack.
Treat your weapon as silverite if you carve the rune on it.
Considering apparently it's the defense room and the attack room.
So, hello? Are you guys still
If I
there?
remember correctly, the
Okay.
Silverite rune does damage.
Yeah.
Does more damage against dark.
For a second there, like I got a little bit of lag. Let me make sure that my stream's okay. All right, we're good.
Oh, no.
We're good.
Then that-
All right, so this one gives you plus 10 damage to Darkspawn.
Thought so.
Oh, that's good.
God damn.
And
you
is
moved
that
ahead.
supposed to be attached to a weapon?
Yes, that one goes to a weapon.
Mhm.
So we probably want either Jalea Kai, Shahari, or me to take it.
Yeah.
Granted, we still have to get somebody to put those on something, so.
Oh
That's
wait,
true.
this is off of the. Oh, this is off of the video game. Hold on. That's like the effects are from the video game. I want it to have the same damage, but what I'll say is it does +3 damage to Darkspawn because yeah, 10 is a bit much. I didn't
Or you
realize.
could make it variable and do 2d6.
Yeah, there you go. You know what? That works better. That works better. I like that. An extra 2d6 against Darkspawn.
Damage to Darkspawn.
Yeah, because this is from video game standards. I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
10's a lot of damage at our level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, oh
Yeah,
my.
and this is supposed to be a journeyman. This is supposed to be a journeyman, and
most
apparently
of
that
my
was based off of the Grand Master
Yeah.
rune. No,
Oh.
this is a journeyman rune. So yeah,
Okay.
it's both of them are journeyman runes.
Interesting.
And I might have to tweak the resistance one to something different because journeyman it seems it seems a little bit much to have resistance to all magical spells. So we might have to work on that one a little bit too. But what we'll say is that
So
Yeah.
give it a flat bonus.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So give it a flat bonus,
Yeah.
or give it advantage versus saves instead of resistance versus damage.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be a grand master rune type thing, you know, if you were to have that. So, and also your armor, depending on the armor you have, the armor that you guys have right now can be slotted with one rune
Mm-hmm.
for now. You
Did
guys
you
can
want
get better
armor?
armor that has more rune slots that can give you different effects, because I am going to be incorporating runes into this. I didn't tell
Ooh.
you guys that before because I wanted to give that reveal later, which I am giving now.
Yep.
Yep.
Really cool.
Yay. There we go. Yay.
So,
So I'm gonna go mold earth the Mongrel Room now.
all right, sweet. Now we're getting into territory that just comes from Dragon's Brain. All right, so you use mold earth to remove the stone from the Mongrel door. And as you do that, you see that the door is broken. Which means you don't need to open it. No messing around with the torches to do so to get into the Mongrel door. The door is broken, and you can kind of, you know, shimmy your way around to get inside. And as you get inside, you do indeed see the bodies of two dwarves, long dead, having been trapped in here for a long time.
The rest of their lives.
And what you see within the room is you don't see it as much as you smell it. Juliakai, you roll
Yeah.
me a perception check, please, to see if you recognize this smell.
I should. Well, apparently I don't. I rolled an 8.
I was about to say that you could roll at advantage because of your Antiban Crow background.
Okay, thank you for taking pity upon me. Yeah, I'm just rolling horribly today. A 7. So I think the highest one was.
All right, then we'll have Shahari roll.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not familiar with this type of poison or smell.
Yeah, we'll say that.
You want to say that?
Shahari got a 5.
Well,
Unless he
shit,
also
none
gets
of you
advantage. That's
recognize the smell, unfortunately.
Freeze dying.
I mean, Devin can try, but I'm not quite sure he'll have the advantage.
Yeah, like, Julia Kai got it because of her Antiban Crow background, but...
Yeah. I got plus 5, but I decided just to roll low.
Thankfully, I think you're
There
in
you
my own hands.
So, did anybody else roll, or...?
Oh, can everybody roll?
Oh, we
you
didn't
know
realize
what?
everyone else had a chance to.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm allowing it because I do want you guys to find out what this is, because it's going to be interesting.
So,
The check we're going for?
Perception check.
Green knows as much as Shahari.
14 for Durin.
15 for Rosencrantz.
All right,
16.
all right. So the three of you recognize the smell. You recognize it as literally the most potent of nightshade poisons turned into a gas that had filled this room at one point in time. This poison is so potent that even though this trap has long since been done and gone, that the odor still lingers in the air. It is, you recognize it as shit. I'm trying to remember the name of the poison real quick.
So maybe I just haven't been around fancy poisons. Like,
You don't need fancy
To be
poison.
fair, I'm
to kill
telling
somebody.
myself Rosencrantz recognizes it just because fucking assassins.
Yep.
hey. Go with
Well,
me?
no,
Recognize
it's 'cause of where
it.
it's from.
No, to Vinter, they just assassinate people as like a howdy do.
You
Oh,
recognize
how you
it.
do? Here's my knife for me.
You recognize it as the death knell poison.
So I can guarantee Durin wouldn't know that that's what it's called, but he would definitely go, yeah, that smells of death. Is it still potent enough to harm us as we are catching that smell?
For this, do you, well, the other two, do you tell Juliakai what poison this is?
As soon as I recognize it, I'm like, Julia, can I get the fuck out of there now?
Yeah, I think I might be cautiously, kind of like slowly going in there, like, and then I hear that I'm like, glance at you, and then I'm like, you got to the room again, and then I go to. Now I get how that works.
That is death now. Out.
Yeah, it is, even to this day, it is still potent enough if you spend too much time in there to actually have effect on you.
So, do we want anything from that room? Because I'm fairly certain I can handle it better than others due to being able to cure myself of poison.
Is there anything worthwhile on the dead dwarves?
You would
Then
have
that's
to
what I'm
make
asking.
an investigation check for that, which means spending a little time in the room.
I can cure someone of poison 5 times. So,
Are
but
these
that
guys
will,
all just like skin and bones?
Yeah, they're very well into the decomposition process at this point.
Can I use Mage Hand to start pulling stuff off of them towards the door?
You can. But I want you...
I'd pull all of them, but it has a limit of like 10 pounds, so.
Oh, that was-
well, if it's also just running in, grabbing the body, and pulling it out,
I
knowing that
will say that, looking at the bodies, you can see that their bones are yellow with the poison.
Mm-hmm.
It has literally at this point soaked into their bones itself.
So, is there any gear or anything on them that doesn't look tainted?
Not really. It's pretty well soaked into their dead bodies because they've been in this chamber for God knows how long.
Okay. Is there a pedestal in that room as well, or no?
There is not a pedestal. It seems a long cylindrical stone pillar. It's like about as big around as like a grapefruit, and it comes from the center of the room, and it has these little holes that go around it.
Hmm.
The gas came out of.
Well, I don't think there's anything of value in there then. At least not worth the risk.
You think that poison gas is flammable?
I mean, would I now know the name of it? Would I maybe
Yeah, because
remember anything?
Rosencrantz
of
Yeah,
it?
told you.
Rosencrantz yelled it at you, so.
Yeah, me remember the name. Maybe I've heard before. I maybe heard about its things.
Oh, you know that and hearing the name of the poison, you've heard it before. You know that it is literally the most deadly poison. Normally, it comes in a form where it has to be ingested, but somebody somehow figured out how to turn it into a gaseous form.
Someone was an overachiever, is what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
I just want to know if it's flammable.
Oh my god.
Yeah, puts them in a bottle.
And also, you know, Julia Kai, depending on the concentration of said poison, like mechanically speaking, on a failed save, it could mean death, instant death.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Okay, so I think you said the name at me. Said the name at me after you basically tell me to get out of there. Then I kind of like think a little bit. I'm like, I basically just sign in a very Julia Kai way what basically the DM just said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever he said. So
Yeah, and you also know it's very expensive.
very yeah.
But is it flammable? Will
Um,
it ignite?
He just wants to set it on fire.
I know. Is it? Is it?
it is not flammable. I will say that.
Darn.
Guess it. No.
All right, fine. So much for the easy way of clearing the room of poison.
Well,
What do you guys want to
here's
do?
a question.
Unless we can see something worth taking, or at least investigating on the bodies, we'll just seal it back up and leave.
I can purify food and drink.
You also have lay on hands, which cures poison.
Yeah, but I could clear 5-foot areas with purify food and drink.
You
Does
wanna
that count
eat
as air?
poison?
That's why I'm like, would that work on air?
I will tell you just flat out. Actually, to make it fun, I'm gonna make this fun.
Oh no.
Now that Julia Kai knows what poison it is, Julia Kai, roll me a history
Yeah?
check.
Oh, my character's not really good at histories. Oh god. Okay.
I
I rolled an 8.
Yeah,
Devin
you don't
probably
remember
remember.
anything.
Yeah, I remember.
Well,
Jack
fine.
Crap.
I'll just say, mechanically speaking, it
Yeah.
says here on the poison itself, it specifically says that lay on hands and cure poison don't work on it.
Oh.
So, my character know this?
Yeah, you know what? Fine, we'll say that. I'll just give it to you
Yeah.
because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Again, between the assassin and the person who used to live with people that would get assassinated regularly, I like to think they both know this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I would
Right.
basically be like, maybe with Rosencrantz giving his own little knowledge about it, I would basically be like, basically just give what you just told me, DM.
Right. I will say this: that this poison, this is a nasty fucking poison, man.
Yeah.
On the
Resistant to magic. Got it.
it says here that those two spells don't work on it, and it says that it's a very high DC, and if you fail the DC, it is death.
So I almost can't imagine like Julia Kai almost like nerding out on it a little bit. Like, oh, I know about this, and basically just
No.
talking about it a lot. I think a little bit more than someone normally should know.
I'm just imagining like Julia Kai just stroking the nug like
Yeah.
Like
a
the
James
Godfather
Bond.
from
Yeah.
the freaking like the Godfather, you know,
And
in the movie.
yet, progressively, I'm just holding the Nug's mouth, being like, "Do not breathe."
Yeah.
Julia Kai just pops out, says, "I'm going to make you an offer you cannot refuse."
Oh god.
Anyway,
The poison somehow
I-
makes it so Julia Kai can speak.
Expecting you.
Oh.
anyway.
Would I?
I mean, to be fair, Julia Kai, the poison has soaked into the bones of these poor people enough to the point where if you were to actually probably like grind down the bones and distill the poison from the bones itself, you could probably
Oh.
have some death knell poison, which might be tempting for Julia Kai. Just saying.
Oh, it's very tempting. I'm over here like I have a vicious smile on my face right now. I just noticed. Yes.
I have a thought.
You okay?
Can I use mold earth to ripple the ground to roll the corpses towards the door?
The
You know-
corpses are still poisonous.
Yeah, the bones themselves are
Yes,
still
if you
poison.
touch them.
Mm-hmm.
So I will
like-
say, yes, you can do that. You could do that with one of the bodies, indeed.
Oh wait, I just remembered Julia Kai actually has gloves, specifically the Rat King gloves.
Yeah,
And,
That's
and
true.
I have mage hand. But yeah, so let's whichever corpse looks the fanciest in terms of equipment,
Uh huh.
we're gonna roll that one towards the door
Okay.
so that we can then see if there's anything equipment-wise worth having, and if Shalia Kai wants to get some poisonous bones to grind into poison, she can do that too.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Free poison?
Grant is just standing there in the background, like, how am I the least terrifying person in this party?
All right.
I'm
So
over here just like happily grind. I'm over here
I
happily
will
grinding
say,
on bones.
I will
Retriever
say,
boyfriend.
because this poison is
Golden Retriever boyfriend
extremely
is regularly-
powerful,
Yes.
Julia Kai, you're
Yeah.
going to have to make some pretty difficult
Uh-oh.
checks.
Oh no.
I mean, you
Lot
have a
of
few chances. You
information.
have a few chances because you have like a whole set of bones here. You'll have a few
Okay.
chances, but it will be a high DC. But
okay.
it is possible.
So I still have a chance against the poison.
Right. Even if you have just one dose, I mean, this is going to be like an instant death pretty much for a lot of different things.
You know how useful that would be?
If they
Like,
fail their check, if they fail their constitution save.
Which would
It's going to be
hell yeah,
hard.
I'm doing this.
It's going to be hard.
Any chance? Any chance? Okay, so start. Do it. Just throw it at me.
All right. We'll get to that later because I'm pretty sure we only have like about what 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll say that you get those bones out, and then now for equipment, there is a +1 studded leather armor on the body.
Mine.
There is a set of enchanted boots.
Ooh. What kind of boots?
The boots of swiftness.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
That increases movement speed, right?
Yeah,
I
it
know.
does.
Yeah.
It's essentially
Julia
a
Kai getting even
haste.
faster.
It's essentially haste on boots. That's the way I think
Ooh.
about it. That's the way I
And
think
also
about
give
it.
you an extra attack.
Sounds very nice.
So yeah,
If it gives you an extra attack like haste, then a melee fighter should take those.
yeah. I
Mhm.
think let me double check. I'm gonna look on Google to because I don't feel like scrolling to find it right now.
It's just
So
movement speed.
Maybe. I mean, I like nice.
boots of swiftness 5e. Yeah, here we go. Your movement speed is increased by 10 feet. In addition, your movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. and spells and other magical effects that can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be restrained.
Oh, that's the boots
Ooh.
of freedom of movement.
Hallelujah.
So, so basically, if Thevin were to use Earth Tremor, you will not be affected by the difficult terrain. that you
Yeah.
create.
You also
That
can't be
is-
affected by parts of slow. There are other things that the Sentinel feat doesn't affect you.
Just-
Like there's a whole bunch of things that affect your speed that this makes you ignore.
That
Well,
is
no.
And also,
Sentinel
the,
sets your speed to 0. and that
Sentinel
would
would
not be
still
fine.
affect you, but the other
Sen-
things wouldn't.
Sentinel sets your speed to 0.
Yeah.
Doesn't this say your movement speed cannot be affected?
it says
No,
it says your
by
movement
difficult
is on a
terrain,
your movement
spells,
is.
and magical effects.
Hold
Essentially,
on.
magical effects.
I'll read it again so that way you guys can hear it. It says, in addition, your movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be restrained.
Sentinel's not a magical
So
effect.
Sentinel would work. Yes, you're right. But yeah, spells like slow,
That's not
um,
nerf. Melee
Earth
fingers.
Tremor.
Earth Tremor does difficult terrain. There's a couple other spells that slow you down.
Mhm.
Lance of Lethargy, which is a warlock invocation, wouldn't work.
There's also, I think, Ray of Innervation or something like that.
And also, it
Yeah,
says that just so you know, Juliakai, it says these fashionable boots are adorned
Yeah.
with small white wings.
They're adorable.
Oh,
Get some die,
And
you
also,
can
these
yeah,
do
die.
require attunement.
That's expected. They've got a powerful enough effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Get some dye, makes the wings black. Done. Fits my aesthetic.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what you find. But also, at the same time, there is one final factor to these items. You have to take them off without touching them.
Mage Hand.
All right.
Douglas, your brother made it.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee the boots don't weigh more than 10 pounds.
And also, at the same time, you also have to figure out how to be able to make them safe to touch, because the poison has had time to settle upon these items.
So I'm just like let it air out. I think like whenever we have a chance, like let's say we're in a
They've
safe
been
spot,
sitting
we
in
put it
that
off to the
chamber
side.
and airing out for like at least probably
They've been saturating.
for
Well,
like
like-
50 years
Well,
maybe.
the best we can
Now
do
you have
now is
to
just get fresh
straight up, like,
air.
Wash these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go outside.
Um,
I'm not going outside, Mom.
Ooh, I know.
What?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
I can instantaneously clean an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
And the only
And the
reason
poison-
that will work is because these are magical items, and the
I was gonna
poison
say, I
could
also have
not.
Lesser Restoration.
Yeah, they could not soak into it, like damaging the item itself. The other clothes that are just normal clothes, yes, but
Well, we don't want
not
those
the
anyways.
magical items. That's the
So
only
started
reason
leather
that'll work.
And that can just be prestidigitation.
All right, so you're able
Prestidigitation for the win.
to clean the poison off of the armor and the boots.
Nice. Okay, so what's the name of the boots? I can just like write it down so I can like mess with it.
The boots of swiftness, and a
Boots.
+1 set of studded leather armor.
Who wants that?
If nobody else wants it, give it to Shahari.
I was
Wait,
going to
it'd
say
be
if
9.
Rosencrantz would like it, because I currently have normal studded leather.
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
because I think I just have just normal leather. But yeah,
I
you can
mean,
have
if
it.
you want it, you can.
You-
Because
Well,
you're usually in the
he's
front.
picking the boots, though.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
and the boots
and
are light.
Rosencrantz gets hit a lot more frequently than he should.
Just an extra, a little extra, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mage and melee, man. Mage and melee.
I mean, now I
Exactly.
got tons of money. Eventually, I'll be able to just buy myself like good stuff. So
Fair.
Say that. but,
There's Leakai taking
um,
boots, Rosencrantz taking studded leather.
All right.
Thanks for the names. Like, I'll just like Google it up and put it in
Mhm.
there.
All right. So that
Sure,
way we
more to
can at
remember.
least get you guys somewhere before we have to end.
Yes.
Where would you guys like to go now?
That was 4. There's a whole lot of empty space. Is the X that's to the right of 9 a thing?
No, that signifies a dead end, I think.
All right. Well, if we continue our usual pattern, we'll end up at 9 next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Heading to 9. There is another mineable wall there. There's a couple here, actually. Wait, no, there's 3. Holy shit.
I see 3 along the way if we're following that kind of, basically going straight down that exterior wall.
All right, so real quick, as quickly as you can, roll me 6d20 for athletics checks. We'll say
Catching
2,
Mulder.
4, 6. Yeah, 2 each, 2 each. Say what?
Like, 2
Oh,
each.
no. I got a 21 and then a 7, which was a natural.
Nat
one.
20.
All right,
Okay,
sweet.
so there's 29, and I
What
can
are
roll
we?
again, and
If
then
that's
it's
All right,
26.
so I will say this: the DC for this is 12. I'm trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
keep
some.
these. I'm trying to keep all the walls that are mineable at a DC of 12. So just tell me how many you fail, how many you pass.
Okay, I passed 1 and
Pass.
failed 1.
Okay, mark
Pass
down
all.
the failure for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was mining, so I'm not doing any of that.
Looks like
Darn,
Sharia
got
kind of passed
more
both
here.
of them, and then we need 2 more athletics checks from
Yep,
somebody.
2 more after that. So yeah, I need a total of 6.
Okay, so I'll do another one then. That one passed with an 18.
Okay.
And then for our last one, 19 for a total of 25.
Sweet. All right, so that is those are all passes. Okay. What about everybody else that was mining?
I thought you
I think
wanted
it
only
was-
6 checks total.
Yeah, 6 chests total. Yeah, I just wanted to know,
Yeah,
how many failures, how many passes did everybody get?
It's just
Oh,
one
we
failure.
only had 1 failure and 5 passes.
Sweet.
Oh, I didn't roll anything. What was I supposed to roll?
No, were you mining?
You don't, because we're letting the strong people do this, because
Oh.
those of us with mage hands are not doing that.
Speak for yourself.
I think
Please
so.
help
I'm just.
You're
Yeah.
watching our backs while we are digging so that nothing sneaks up on us and attacks us while we're doing the manual labor.
And I just have like
Exactly.
little,
You
and
do
I
the
just have like the
manual
little
labor, and
nug,
then I stab whatever gets in your way.
and I have like the little nug right next to me.
All right,
So every time I
Nugs are cheering.
so
Yeah.
from the first wall, you guys got another 5 pounds of red steel.
Jesus, Angela.
From the second wall, you got oh crap, what's it called?
You have yellow legs.
I have to double check here because there's
I got me some fancy boots. I got me some fancy boots. I got me some fancy boots. Yeah.
I'm gonna want to keep at least some of them
I know.
because he is my critical card.
okay, here we go. You got 8 pounds of viridium
Right there.
from the second wall.
Interesting.
8 pounds iridium.
Viridium.
Oh,
Veridium. Viridium.
Sorry, my brain apparently went to Borderlands for a second.
Yeah. I was like, that's radiation. I don't think that's something we need to deal with today.
No.
I went to Stardew Valley, where that's like the best metal you can get.
Yeah, it's viridium. Bridium. And from the third wall, you guys got extremely lucky, and you guys got yourself 2 pounds, because this is actually a rare metal. 2 pounds of white steel.
Ooh.
Wow, right to steal.
We're getting lots of stuff to be turned into other stuff later. This is good.
I was going to say we're gonna go visit that blacksmith in the whatever the hell the town was at some point.
And say, hey, we found lots of cool stuff.
Make me things.
All right. So let me get to 9 here and tell you what you guys see.
Mhm.
9. Okay. You arrive at a room filled with dwarven runes. And the room is made of onyx. Its walls, floor, and roof shine with black light. The wall is filled with scribing, and in the center, a white legionnaire helmet shines alone.
Because that obviously doesn't scream trap.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm over
Anybody
here
know
like
detect
even.
magic?
And would I get any senses that it feels trappish?
No. There are no traps.
Okay.
And
I'm
I
very
heard
trust-
someone say they were detecting magic as well.
I was asking if anybody knew detect magic.
Oh, I do not.
Actually, don't
Devin
know
does
if I
not.
do. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nope, apparently
Oh
not.
yeah, your guys' resident dwarf didn't grow up underground, right?
Nope.
Okay, I
He is
just wanted to
surface
double
dwarf.
check. Just wanted to double check.
It's a surface dwarf. Mm.
But do you speak Dwarven? That's the question.
Yes, I do speak Dwarvish.
Okay.
So does Durin.
Yeah.
So you would be
Shockingly,
able to
Durin does
read.
too.
You would be able to read. Yeah, the people that know Dwarven would be able to read the inscription. It says, "Of not so humble beginnings and hard to pronounce name, so did Brodry raise to fame. His biggest feats were shallow, yes, but no one like him smiled with no shame. Alas, a sad ending did he meet, when his lover at time he went to greet. Pushed over a window he felled, by the furious father of the noble girl. So in his dying breath he cursed, not the mister or his luck, but the helmet that did not fulfill its use."
Cursed helmet.
Can I ritual cast identify on the helmet?
Yes.
I do so.
All right. Sorry, I was reading.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So yeah, because this book, it doesn't really give like a whole lot like right off the bat. You kind of have to like read for a while to be able to get everything. So
Mhm.
that way I can like actually give words to what the notes that they have here. So anyway, so as you cast Identify on him, you see that it is indeed cursed. But the moment that your magic touches it, several ghosts come out of the walls, dressed in legionnaire armor. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Yay!
Oh no.
Oh, we did so much. Oh, that was
This
fun.
will be a fun fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some
Good
fancy
thing we have
boots.
a paladin with us.
Just going to say Rosencrantz is behind her and like, nope, fuck no.
Yep, we run away. No.
And most people don't have magical weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the legionnaires are kind of tough, but they're not super tough. If I'm going, because like, I found out with working with Eerie, looking at the stuff from this book, because I had him help me look over this stuff to kind of make sure that the
I think that
the
was
combat
Trevor, but that
wasn't
me.
going to be too overpowered. So there's
Yeah.
ways to translate this into D&D. So like just using the enemies that they have in the book itself. It can actually transfer
maybe don't.
over.
Add like many to the amount of us there are.
Right. I will probably have Eerie, whenever you're free, Eerie, it doesn't have to be today. Look at this with me and see exactly, because I know the stats, like the defense, the health, the speed. Well, not the speed, because the speed's only fucking 10, which is
You're talking to
dumb.
Trevor, right?
Yeah, Trevor. I mean Trevor.
It's fine.
Yeah, I was like, Trevor is the one who helped you last time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Trevor. Yeah. We'll probably have you
out of the same mouth. So
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll probably look at this because like I said, the speed is only
That's
10,
right.
which makes no sense for at least D&D. But some of the like look at this and see what can transfer over to D&D, so that way we can actually make this fair. Because the last time I tried to do to look something up like this for D&D, it was too overpowered, and I don't want that to happen again. So, yeah, we'll look at this later. But yeah, that's what we'll leave off for today. I'm going to raid out on Twitch here. Yeah, we're going to raid another D&D Twitch streamer. They are called the Nerdy Playbook. So that way you can enjoy some more D&D if you guys so choose.
What's the name?
Oh,
Hasta la vista.
that's
All
just
right, there
fun.
we go. All right.
I'm just imagining at the point where our characters are just like, yeah, not a puzzle. Yeah, no.
All right,
Run
guys.
away.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
All right. See you guys for the next stream. I'll be doing Life is Strange double exposure tomorrow, more than likely. So I will see you guys in that stream. Y'all have a good one. And if you guys happen to miss this later, if you happen to miss this, this will be up on YouTube eventually later. So we'll see you then.
Wee. Wee.